Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel, and by the video title you know what this video is about. I already made, of course, the game preview yesterday. You can go back and watch that, the game preview of how I think the Steelers, what the Steelers should do to win this game, and basically it's just summed up to say just win. I don't care how you win, if it's you win 6-3 or you win 2-0 from safety or something. Just win the game, and winning will give yourself the best case scenario, the best chance, actually the best path. You can play the Texans in the 5th spot, or if the Browns magically win, which I think they probably will not win, if the Browns magically beat the Ravens, you just have the 3rd spot and you'll be in prime position for a home field game. So just win. But if you lose, you can see yourself fall into a tougher spot and tougher matchup in the 1st round. So let's see what happens. But today I wanted to do my, of course, the end of the year awards. You know, I used to do it for my other channel, but since I have this channel now, I kind of switched some stuff over here. So I'm doing the game previews over here, of course, like I mentioned, and also, you know, different videos like the final predictions and stuff. Started doing it over here, and then my other channel I started adding a new series too as well. But I want to do my end of the season awards for 2024-2025 Steelers. And starting off first, I want to give the award of Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is a award of a guy who is always active, always consistent throughout most of the season, of course, and made a big impact to help you win. And that goes to TJ Watt, of course. TJ Watt is my Defensive Player of the Year for the Steelers this year. I think runner-up is definitely Cam Hayward, being 35 years old, which is not old in real life, of course, but you know, in terms of sports, is old, of course. And he's been playing very good as well, so he's a runner-up for me. But I think TJ Watt been kind of gotten beat a little bit, playing phenomenal football and probably poised and chance to win, depending on what happens his last game against the Bengals. Probably in first place to kind of get the Defensive Player of the Year as well. So we'll see what happens. But I think TJ Watt is the guy, my DPOY for this team. And then I'm going to say Cam Hayward is the 2nd person. And then 3rd person, I'm going to say Alex Highsmith. And then 4th, I'm going to have Minka and Herbig tied. Minka been doing a good job. I know he had the splash plays, and he, you know, people say he ain't playing like he used to play, but he been covering some stuff up and been helping a lot and playing some good coverage in the secondary, getting down the box. You know, got an interception too a few weeks ago as well, like that, playing pretty good for the team. He made a Pro Bowl again. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler now as well, 3-time first-team All-Pro. So I think overall he hasn't had the best season overall we usually see him doing the playmaking and stuff and flying all over the field and stuff, but he's still been very good throughout most of the part and making plays for us. So yeah, moving on next to Offensive Player of the Year. Now this one was a little tougher because we have a lot of guys. Of course, George Pickens, who's played good this year for us. You know, Pat Freiermuth been cool. Najee Harris, another 1,000-yard season, 4 straight 1,000-yard season, which is very good as well. And then you look at, of course, our quarterbacks and stuff. I'll have to give an award to the quarterback, Russell Wilson. Now, I know people gonna say, wow, Russell Wilson, he's been playing bad the past 3 games. But overall, Russell Wilson has uplifted his offense. And Coach Tomlin making that decision to switch and put Russell Wilson in. I know Russell Wilson was already a designated starter, of course. But for him to switch back to Russell Wilson after Justin Fields had a good start, too. You know, Justin Fields is a good player. He felt like he needs a little bit more development, which it can probably work out well in Pittsburgh if he does get an opportunity. But Russell Wilson, he played phenomenal. You know, he played phenomenal out there, you know, uplifting the team. Right now he's sitting at 6-4 as a starter. You know, got a playoff spot locked in for us as well. And his last game, he can finish off 7-4 if he win his last game and see what happens. I know his past 3 games haven't been the best, but overall, Russell Wilson has been pretty good for us. And I think he's been the best player on offense and kind of like the most important piece on offense. You know, I know George Pickens been probably one of the best playmakers on offense, of course, but him missing time and, you know, some of the stuff like running the wrong routes and missing stuff up and half-assing some stuff a little bit sometimes. But I think overall, Russell Wilson, the effect he had on the offense, we got put in the lineup, the offensive numbers went up. Offensive numbers went up, passing yards per game went up. A lot of things were flowing better and went up too as well, and more efficiency and pushing the ball and driving the ball downfield went up as well. So Russ, I'm gonna give the award to him. Now, for my team MVP is the guy who has the most important impact. So on this list, I do have Russell Wilson on this list, TJ Watt on this list as well, Cam Hayward too on this list. But my team MVP, it might sound crazy, but for some people, it's not TJ Watt, it's Chris Boswell. Boswell has been one of the most consistent factors every single game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. When we needed him to go out there and win it, he won it for us. When we needed him to be the focal point to put all the points up, he's won 2 games for us with just his leg. 18 points when we play against the Falcons, and then I think in week 1, and then in week 12 we play against the Ravens, 18 points as well, kicked 6 field goals. A guy who single-handedly won 2 games for us and playing this phenomenal, been consistent factor. He's a Pro Bowler this year as well. He's gonna be All-Pro, first team All-Pro, of course, as well too. Be All-Pro this year, kicker this year for the for for the NFL as well. So he's been playing phenomenal. Been a very good player. So having a guy like that on your team, he's been a team MVP in my opinion. You know, hitting he hit like, but they said almost like 20, 30, something like that. I think 50+ yard field goals, which is absolutely insane. I think he's still like 4 away from tying the record, I think, as well, for the most field goals in the NFL season. So hopefully he can get that against the Bengals. You know, if there's a shootout game like it was last time, maybe he can get that as well. Or we just play like a slow, steady pace game and he just kick all the field goals that was winning this one too. You never know. But Boswell is definitely my team MVP. So these are my awards for the Steelers. Offensive Player of the Year, I think, is Russell Wilson. DPOY, I think, is CJ Watt. And MVP, of course, is Chris Boswell, team MVP. So this is my Steelers awards, not NFL awards. So people come in the comment section and be like, awards, they're not winning this. I'm like, team awards for my Steelers team. Like that. These are my Steelers team awards. And yeah, so that's all I got for this portion of the video. The next portion, of course, the injury report. Everybody's playing, but I think Logan Lee, Cole Holcomb haven't played all year, of course, and we know Roman Wilson only played 3 snaps all year, so those guys are kind of already out. Anyway, but everybody else should be playing. They said JPJ was limited, some other guys were limited, but they should be playing this week against the Bengals, and we should have our full roster here and get ready. Well, not full roster because some of the guys still out for the season, like James Daniel and Trofitano, but our full roster when we are our peak, our corners back, and get everybody back and go out there and compete against the Bengals and win this game and finish the season off strong, 11-6, and see what happens in the playoffs. But that's all I have for today's video. I'm gonna have a final predictions video for tomorrow in the morning, so don't look out for that. I'm also gonna be live streaming on my channel, the Arsenal D.B channel. You can come out and check me out watching doing a live watch party of the game. And then also, right after the game, we have a post-game show. I'm gonna be discussing some stuff on here. And then after the game, we probably kind of see where we land at and where we kind of gonna be at, maybe, because I think the Chargers play on Sunday, so we have to see what happened to the Chargers. So hopefully we win. If we win, then I know exactly where we're gonna be at. We're gonna be the B, because they're going to be the 5th spot or the 3rd spot, because the Browns and Ravens play before us. But if we lose, then we have to wait and see where we're going to land, because if the Chargers win, we'll drop to the 6th spot, which is a bad matchup for us. We put the Ravens in the 1st round, which I think we can beat the Ravens, but I don't want to play them right off the back, especially when we had this bad momentum coming into the playoffs. That'd be 4 straight losses, and you got to play a tough opponent. It'll be 5 straight losses, most likely. So you want to win a game, get some momentum built up, play another team that you can beat, like the Texans, or not, like in the playoffs, and then you get past them, then you get a matchup with somebody else when you got some momentum building up. So we'll see what happens, but that's all I have. I see you guys when I see you. Peace out.